Hi, I'm Tempest and welcome to my temple. In this sacred space, I use tarot journaling and astrology to transform everyday life. And for today's video, I am sharing some simple journal magic. This is the first in a planned video series where I just share little easy things that you can do in your beautiful witchy journals. They don't have to be witchy. It's magic. It's journaling magic. Simple journal magic really sums it up perfectly. And in this one, we're talking about a daily devotional. I am so thrilled to share this because up until this point, I have a few examples. I have been trying to build a daily practice. And it is something that I have struggled with. Now, this doesn't have to be a daily devotional. There's really so many ways this can be used, but mine looks like this. And this is such a profound and such a simple practice that I do mostly in the evening. Sometimes if the evening was really weird, I do it in the morning first thing, but this is a very simple magic I do. I call it a devotional because I use it in my work with Hekate. Now, it doesn't have to be done in devotion, but that is something that I do. This is how I do it. I work with Hekate. She is my matron, and I've been working with her for a while. And I think she's pleased that I'm doing a more dedicated practice. And I got this layout spread idea from Jessica Starr, being a part of her Moonwise Goddesses. People use this for field notes. And the first one I did, not that one here. The first one I did, I started it out as field notes, where I was just recording my cycles, recording things I noticed in nature within myself. And then partway through it, it just wasn't fully clicking. And then I realized I wanted to do something different with this. So, it became a devotional. For me, it's a devotional that I do based on a theme every month or month. This is a roughly monthly cycle, a 28-day cycle. I align it with the moon. This could very easily be done monthly as well with the calendar. It's not hard to convert. So you build the squares, you number what they are. I like to put the moon phases behind each one. It is difficult to do. Make sure you're not fuck it up. But it's so aesthetic. Look at this shit. It's so good. And based on whatever's going on in my life, or whatever's going on in life, I end up with a theme. So this first one, and because this is work I do with Hekate, I personally find my theme through my readings I do with her on the dark moon. Every dark moon. And it goes from new moon to new moon. That's how I run this. So in this one, I did a reading, and the reading ended up being about faith, having faith. So the devotional I ended up doing this month was, where can I find faith, hope, and love? And the way I do it is very, very, very simple. And based on whatever the theme is, so this one, it was where can I find faith, hope, and love. This cycle, it was how and where I shine. And then the one I'm in currently, it is a truth about myself I know to my core. So this is how it looks when it's mostly started, because it hasn't gone very far, as you can see. This is today's, and I haven't done it because it's not before bed yet. I'm not going to share me doing this. But I will tell you how I do it and what I do. So I do this as a devotional offertory practice with my goddess. This could very easily be done with a god, a goddess, a being, a spirit. It could be done with ancestors. It could be done in offer to yourself and your own personal growth. You don't have to do an offering with it. I love that part. The most basic bit of it is, there's two parts that I do to it. I suppose three. So I figure out what the theme is. This one, a truth about myself I know to my core. And then each evening, based on kind of my thoughts and feelings from the day, I write whatever the theme is. I write a truth about myself I know to my core. And then, this is where the magic comes in. I have in my drawer a little container of papers, and I pick a piece of paper, and I write a thought, a fear, or a belief that blocks me from this thought. So yesterday's truth about myself I know to my core is I am a desirable person. Now, like, don't even at me about the whole, like, whether or not you think I'm desirable, because I don't care. I don't mean it in like a everyone would desire me, but I'm a desirable human. Everyone is. It just depends on who's doing the desiring. It's subjective. Anyways, so I wrote I'm a desirable person, and then I write that first, and then I grab a piece of paper and I write on the piece of paper a thought, a fear, or a belief that is blocking this. So with this one, I wrote something like, nobody wants me. And then I fold the paper in half and I put it in my skull. Let me show you where my skull is. There is my skull. I found this on Halloween. It did have a lid, but it broke. And this is my Hekate altar, as you can see. So this is how this idea started. I had this, and one day randomly I was like, what if I wrote down thoughts, fears, or beliefs I have that I want to die, thoughts that I don't want to be in my brain. I want them to die. Let me put them in the skull to die, and then I can burn them as an offering to Hekate. So that's what I do. And there you can see the ones I've done so far. I write the thoughts or fears or beliefs that I want to die, and I put in here. I do sometimes write just if I have an intrusive thought, or an intrusive fear or an intrusive belief, I will sometimes write those outside of the devotional. And then the thought is that for me, with this work, Hekate is all about empowering me and reclaiming my power and my sovereignty and that kind of stuff. So the idea is I am offering to her my trust by giving her these thoughts, by saying, I trust and believe that these thoughts, these fears, these beliefs are not true about myself. And so I offer them to you as a sign of trust that I will be okay without them, which is related to anxiety stuff. And then on the dark moon, I burn them in this little Hecate's cauldron I have. There's the ash from the last one. The ash sits in there until the next dark moon. I am collecting the ash, and then I'm gonna make my own protective salt, my own black witch's salt that's extra protective for Hekate in there. So I'm collecting that. So that's where my thoughts go to die, and then on the new moon they die. And it's been profound. Let's turn back. Here's my desk. Here's where we're filming. And like, I I love this, and I wanted to share it because I feel like there's so many ways this can be used. And this is a direct evolution, I realized, of a previous practice I've done. I would show you, but I got rid of all my journals. I did a practice where I was like writing down something I wanted to release and writing down something I wanted to manifest. And this builds off of the idea. I heard this from Lisa Papez. Love her work, love her channel. Check it out. It's linked in the description box below. The idea that magic is using the language of signs and symbols to communicate to your subconscious. And I love that effort. I love that idea. So I have been doing this. It's been, I think this is the third month I've done this, and it is profound. It is profound every time. And this could very easily, you could easily build a calendar for the month. You could do this with affirmations. Like, you don't have to write your own things. You could use affirmations. And what I love about this is that at the end of it, when it's all said and done and the cycle is complete, I have a record here. I have a record of how and where I shine. I legit cannot remember the kind, like, I can't remember the wording I wrote for the things I burned. Legit can't. What I do have, what I will be able to remember, is these positive things about myself. And what I love about that is I'm not just blatantly ignoring the hard stuff, the stuff that I don't like, the stuff that harms me and pains me and hurts my heart. I'm not ignoring that. I'm giving it time and space. And then I'm letting it go on purpose. And I'm choosing to keep the stuff that makes me feel nicer. And some of the thoughts I've burned have been repeats, and that's okay too. I really love how this works. It's such a beautiful little bit of journal magic. And that's exactly the point of the idea of this YouTube series that I wanted to bring to you. And so that's it. It's super simple, right? And I really quite love it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you do any kind of simple journal magic? I would so love to hear about it. I hope to read some comments. I can't wait to check them out and see. But for now, that is all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me here in the temple today. A huge shout out and thank you to all my subscribers, my Cosmic Coven members, and my clients who make my work possible. If you'd like to be one of them, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, click the join button to check out the Cosmic Coven, and you can find my website linked in the description box below. To check out more videos like the one you've just watched, be sure to check out the goodies on the end screen. There's lots of stuff there. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, lots of love.